Friday, March 13th, 2020. It's Friday the 13th. The current time in Rio de Janeiro is 1:24 a.m., Baghdad 7:26 a.m., Sydney 3:26 p.m., and Mexico City 10:27 p.m. Who called me when the first cases of the coronavirus got reported? It must have been during the holidays. I remember working at night during the phone call, just looking at the map of China, arrows pointing the direction people had traveled, the story about a new strain of flu. It didn't make the news. What a week. Just trying to remember Monday. Where were we at? Maybe 114,000 infected, or did it not get there until Tuesday? The number growing by thousands every day. Deaths not so fast, so that's good. Only the fatality percentage increased 1 percentage point. When did the panic set in? After the 2,000-point loss on the New York Stock Exchange? Stay calm and carry on. Only at this time we are defenseless against this new disease. They're not even sure what it does or how it can spread so fast. Experts say to wear masks while average people are upset by the way it makes them feel. Wearing a mask makes you an outlaw in the Old West. These people want to be the law, loud and proud out in the open facing you. The coronavirus can only be beaten at high noon with everyone gathered around. No one ever won anything hiding in dark corners. For my part, I'm listening to medical advice from doctors on CNN. I'm maintaining social distancing, wearing a mask in public, and praying for the miracle vaccine. It's life or death with COVID-19. While the death rate isn't incredibly high, it's the newness of it all spreading rapidly across the world being tracked, along with the poor souls who are rest to peace in its wake, grave markers like mile markers as it takes over the map. There was a time when we thought cases would never reach this out-of-the-way place. We felt immune. The pandemic, just another war or natural disaster that we read about in the news, as if COVID-19 would only be in China. The precautions taken to remove passengers from a plane under quarantine. The people forced to stay on cruise ships. It seemed like it would be contained like Ebola in Africa. Isolated from the worst of it, this area thought it could ride it out. Recalling now the moment they canceled the Sacramento Kings and New Orleans Pelicans game, Richard Jefferson talking about his experience in a lockout season, the players trying to warm up for the Kings, only to return to the locker room, and then Lonzo Ball rolls out to shoot free throws as the building announcer calls the game, with the fans booing. It's the generational 9/11 moment. The moment when it sank in that this illness was real, and that it would impact our lives in ways we never thought possible. The stimulus plan from the White House lawn oil energy strong, and the market rebounded. They're going to be the last to feel it. They don't wear masks in meetings. They want us all to keep doing what we've been doing. Someone called earlier in the week, maybe Wednesday, to say the Russians have low infections. All of their oil customers are all right as well. It's only the countries that get oil from Saudi Arabia who have sick and dying people. Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley said, in response to the national emergency oil industry injection, destroying the environment won't end the coronavirus pandemic. Think we attacked an Iranian militia group inside Iraq after they launched more rockets at a U.S. airbase. Russian-made rockets. Not much news coverage on that as Iranians dig trenches the size of football fields for their coronavirus dead.